Hey guys, welcome. I have another video for you. So, let's see, what was the date? The date was 13th January 2020, right before the advent of COVID-19, coronavirus. Ghana photographers focus on quality and stop the retouching. You're welcome. Charlie, cue the intro, cue the intro.
Collect them, you showed me that I'm wanted. I know how to make good mental.
Welcome back to my channel. So, what is a good image, or what makes a great image? I would say there are some key elements that you have to look out for that will make an image like a good one. I would say lighting, I would say composition, I would say your subject. Yeah, so I'll say there are some technical aspects, and then there is also the viewer's opinion. Yes, photography is very subjective, so a lot of views will always come across when it comes to a good image. So my focus is going to be based on my area of expertise as a studio photographer. So we have lighting, we have subject, and we have composition. So all these elements come together to create a good photo or good image. Maybe you may nail your lighting, you may nail your composition, but your subject is not something that appeals to maybe your audience. So yeah, maybe they'll feel like, oh, it's a good image, nice lighting, but then overall consumption of the image may be quite poor. So yes, everything has to attain some sort of balance so that you can achieve a good image. So yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll break it down. Some people may say, yeah, retouching should be part. Yes, it's a big component. It's a big component of the whole process, but it's very broad. So I just want to tackle the planning stage and then the technicalities before we go to post-processing. So my process would be deep planning. A lot of people don't plan photo shoots. Calling a model or a fresh face and a makeup artist and just putting something together to shoot. Yes, it could work, honestly, it could work. But being spontaneous all the time is not good if you want to create your own style or create like a niche for yourself. So yes, proper planning. Create a mood board, find a model that will fit your idea. It's not anyone that you pick up on the street or you find on your social media platform or something. No. Find the person that will fit the idea you put together. Then the makeup artist. Find someone who understands you, who's willing to listen to what you want to do, so that at the end of the day, everybody is on the same level. Maybe in cases where you don't have a stylist, I mean, Pinterest is there. You can find a whole lot of clothes combinations there. There are a lot of thrift stores on Instagram too, where you can find very, very cheap apparel to use for your shoots. You may not necessarily need a stylist. I, for one, style a lot of my shoots myself because it's very hard getting a stylist to work with. I think we don't really have a lot in the system. Most of them usually just cater for celebrities. So yeah, so it's like more work for yourself. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it pays off. You create images that stand out, that get people talking. So yes, images that evoke emotion and get people talking, I'll term as good images. So yes, you have many ways of achieving that. Lighting is one way. If you want to create a moody image, you know how you're going to position your light, you know the tone of the light you're going to use, whether it's going to be warm or it's going to be cool. or a mixture. You can play with gels to achieve different tones or feels. Yeah, so your lighting is going to allow you to evoke some certain emotions like curiosity, anger, happiness, or sadness. So yeah, you could create a moody shot that may evoke some happiness in someone. Yes, it's very relative. Everybody has a way of relating to your images. So let's talk about composition. Another important element for a great image or good image. A lot of us like to be direct with our composition, especially with framing. Stand in front of the subject or model and then just grab the shots. Yeah, it works. It's engaging, but it tends to get very boring. So what I like to do once in a while is shift my focus away from the center and move to the side, either left or right, and probably get the model to move with me, or stay in that position and probably just train their eyes on me. It creates a different composition, whereas the person is just standing in front of you all the time. Sometimes it's just like you're actually taking passport pictures. It gets very boring. So yes, play around. When you move your focus from the center to the side, it changes your field of view. The light dynamic also changes. So yeah, you're going to get very, very different images. So yes, experiment, do a lot of that. Shoot from below the normal eye level so that you can create imposing images. That's what a lot of people do for pictures for kids. When you're shooting children, you usually want to like be below them or at their eye level so that you can make them like large in the frame. You can also do the opposite. You can go higher above the eye level so you can create like a depth of field, I'll say. Yeah, you create some depth in your images. So yes, straightforward gets boring once in a while. Yeah, so play around, up, down, left, right, center. It's all up to you. Okay, now let's go back. Let's go back to the tweet. Yes, there were lots of good points with that particular post, and I read through a lot of the comments under there. A lot of people had a lot to say. Our market is very diverse, honestly. It's an interesting one. Everybody seems to have a client or a person who actually patronizes their business or their art. So it will always create a lot of opinions on quality, on quantity, and like even pricing. So yes, I mean, we have debates about pricing and all the time. Like it's crazy. I mean, when I used to be in a lot of these photography WhatsApp groups, it was a daily topic: contracts, pricing, and all. Yes. At the end of the day, I think it always boils down to how much you want to do, how much you want to like immerse yourself in the business side or the art side. Finding the balance is good, but then it doesn't work for everyone. So it's something that is very, very relative to each and every photographer and their clients. Yeah. So somebody may prefer to deliver quickly and compromise on the quality of the images. Yes, but at the end of the day, photographers will talk, yes, but is the client happy? That's what you have to consider. Yeah, it's a personal choice. It may be choking you inside and all, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's up to the client. So yes, so other people also want to show off I won't say show off. Some people want to put more into the image, like all the emotions, all the vibes and all. Yeah, so I'll be sit on the picture for 2 or 3 days, thinking that, oh yeah, Charlie, it's I have to be in a certain sort of space or like vibe before I'll retouch the images, and then usually to show in the image. Yes, it works for some people. Your turnaround time may be affected, but at the end of the day, whoever is going to see the image may be happy. It's relative. I think it's a very big discussion. I think it's something we should do as photographers. I think we should meet up and talk about all this. The videos on retouching and color grading, and gear gets a little boring. Yeah, I mean, it's informative. Yeah, it's good. Shout outs to everybody who is creating content for photographers. I mean, you are not left out. Yeah, but I feel everybody's doing the same thing. So let's get talking. Let's start talking about the serious matters. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, yeah. So I said I wasn't going to talk about retouching, but let me hit on that a little. Retouching, honestly, varies for everyone. If you are the type of photographer who likes to do a lot whilst you are shooting and making necessary corrections whilst you are going, your workflow at the end of the day will be less. So depending on the type of photographer you are, you're either going to have a heavier workflow after you shoot or less to do. I tend to pay attention to a lot of these details whilst I'm shooting, so that at the end of the day, I can quickly go through my images, do some culling, and then I work on them. So yes, I may not be the best at retouching, but then I make sure I do most of my work in the camera so that I have less to do at the end of the day. So yes, it's important, it's not important. It all depends on the view or direction you approach it from. So yes, I think I would very much appreciate everybody's views on the topics I discussed today. So I will probably hit up the photographers I know and try and get their feedback on this topic. I think it's very important. I hope you found this video very informative. I hope to be able to share more content very soon. So remember to subscribe if you haven't. Share the video, drop the likes, drop them. I want to see that. And also share your comments with me too. I really value that. We done? We finished? Finally. Where the lights be?